And FSR teamed up with his great pal, David Al-Qaedi, to give Spain glory.
The start of matches can be significant if you can put a bit of pressure on early on.
And on cue, as Pongas was there, let's go over to that one. There's the opportunity to take his time, build himself up. Nicely potted, but again the cue ball too close to the side rail. Real setback early on for Steyer.
Well, it's been a mixed week for him. I'm sure he's been looking forward to this, but he's a West Ham fan as well, of course, and that didn't go so well at the weekend.
Bob Stocks Memorial, 5th at the Beasley Open. So he's been knocking on the door in smaller.
Yeah, here, but let's see. There might be a few nerves early on. I think it's one of those matches, though, isn't it? He knows he's got to play well because of who he's playing. So that.
Nathan Childress on the World 9-ball tour. Off two if he could get over the line.
I was practice with him on holiday.
Now he played that one with bundles of running side. Well, there wasn't room.
Isn't in this sticky
heat with every defeat.
Brentwood today. But it looks like he's done the hard work here. So like a 2-0 positive start.
It's quite a small American contingent here of France.
Well, he scratched off the break. And here it's said often, don't you? You know, there's no easy draws, but actually in this tournament, as you can see, players there are. And this is so that's tightened up.
The first two matches on table one today against amateur opposition. It would be easy for FSR to feel sorry for himself.
Meanwhile, that two just dropped for Bingham. Yeah, I don't think. Look, he's got all the experience in the world, hasn't he? I think you. But it starts here in this third rack. This is a good opportunity. Chris Melling in the background. He's on table 2.
One in operation, but it doesn't really worry FSR too much. He's always been a brisk player who makes his decisions quickly. He is a wonderful player to watch in full flight. Snooker Pro doing well. Gary Wilson has won the first rack against Jeremy Sosi.
Different shade.
It's absolutely
blue
pivotal
on the
in who wins a particular rack. If you can work the breakout, knock in balls and land on the 2 again and again.
This is a half apology, but that's not going to stop him attempting to run out here. Championship, and there was a Spaniard playing in that. And I said to him, how many snooker tables actually are there in Spain? And at this point, one place in Gambia, there are only 8 tables. And of course, they have the likes of FSR doing so well in this game as well. So Q Sports have really picked up in Spain in the last.
He's pretty good in basically every department, and when he was his break, well, let's say dynamite. He went 2-0 down in this one. Now it's 2-2.
So 2-2 it is.
The distinctive straight down the line back arm of runner-up. He's had a pretty Aloysius Schaap in the World 8-Ball Championship in April and got to the last 16 of both the European Open and the Pro Players.
Never seemed quite happy with where he was, but he'd be happy enough now, I think. In this match, having lost the first 2 racks.
Yeah, pretty swift hat-trick. Yeah, Conrad Yuzhushin has won 9-0. Poole, he's still a rookie, isn't he? So got lots to learn.
Well, I'd be disappointed there. But that has gone spectacularly wrong.
Yeah, he won the World Junior Championship in 2010. 6 years later, he won the European 9-Ball Championship, but it wasn't until 2022. Winning all kinds of big stuff. Undercut that.
Just losing control. Well, he's controlled it beautifully.
He made that look so simple.
Been very impressive 4-rack burst, hasn't it?
And this is what the top players...
Great for the players as well. Once again, that one flies into the middle. He's got this break absolutely nailed down.
He could see the 2, but so electing to and so you need extra thinking time. Of safety.
If he's ready to take these out.
Prepared for when your chance arrives.
Well, he's shown good tap.
Ball was nicely stroked in.
Brentwood.
Childress back within 1.
As we continue, 4-3.
Really.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's okay. Because everything else you've got to say is there for a player of his ability.
didn't get hold of that one, just didn't cue it. To such an extent, he played the bank and he didn't play it. Barbad giving a good account of himself.
I think what we've seen though already is for a young player, his tactical awareness. Well, you've got to think
in our first match, when players aren't used to being constrained by the shot clock, it can be a little off-putting. Sánchez Ruiz is going to restore a 2-rack cushion. Indeed he does. He's now more than halfway to victory. He's an absolute magician on the old Rubik's Cube. He won the Romania's Got Talent contest doing that. Quickly, one of the results I have to give you, because he's a live... Really good pot at soft pace. Little on the 50-yard line for the... He's been given quite a workout. Duong Kwakwang. Mohammed Barbad of Saudi Arabia refused to go away quite. He's got stickability in this. Close together, so he has to try and split them up in potting the two. I can tell you, Childress to keep the pressure up. Yeah, left the...
And the two looking very likely now to be costly for Childress. And as I said, actually before that, his tactical game had been pretty...
Ferrer is such an efficient breaker. When you lose a rack like this, you can quite easily... It's been a tough workout. Now that is a really good break. Oh, the...
Well, he tried, didn't he? He tried the sort of Hollywood shot there, but it's not gone in. Or in a race to 9.
Ball pool baptism of fire for snooker star Chris Wakelin. Well, it certainly looks that way, because he trails Kasper Matikainen by...
Well, surely no problem now. So that looked a big moment, and
really
FSR
good
pressing on just...
He's 2-1 up on Albania's Arjan Hassi. Fabio Petroni, well-known player.
And he's not got it. Either way, it felt like... Yeah, he put himself under it from the first shot, as you said.
To settle himself. That's the thing with the 30-second extension. One allowed per player per round. At 5-4, it was looking like an... Well, how about that? That's the second time today racks someone has had a golden break. A US Moscone Cup candidate in Nathan Childress. The final score